Hello and welcome, it's Trevor here again and welcome to my First Class University channel, and today I'm going to be talking about making an action plan to achieve your learning goals. Making an action plan to achieve your learning goals is really important because I find working with a lot of students that they're really not that good or not that practiced and not that adept at planning their time well. And if you don't plan your time, then how do you know what you should be working on? And how do you know if you've got time to go out on a Saturday night, or perhaps you think you should be working on your assignment when actually you've spent enough time and you can actually go out and enjoy yourself? I find that students are facing a big challenge when it comes to working out how much time they should be spending on their assignments and other pieces of homework and coursework that they're doing, and balancing that with their social life and perhaps other commitments in their family life. So bad time management can basically result in poor student performance, and so making a plan is really important. But equally as bad as poorly managing your time is allocating insufficient time for the tasks you have to do. So you might think that 3,000 word essay that is waiting for you to complete, you'll probably be able to do that in a couple of days. But what if it takes you 3 or 4 days? What knock-on effect will that have on your overall grades? You've got to be prepared for these sort of things. So making an action plan when you're a student can be really helpful, whatever your learning goal that you're focused on is. So perhaps your learning goal is to overall achieve your qualification with a first class honours. Or perhaps you're more focused on this week's task of actually getting those 2 assignments in by next Friday. It doesn't really matter what your learning goals are. To develop a plan, you follow a simple sort of recipe. And my recipe for success is the first thing you need is to make a list of all the actions you need to when they're achieved, to successfully achieve your overall project. Whether it's those 2 assignments that have a deadline next Friday, or whether it's to get a first class degree. Then think about that list of actions, and for each of those actions, try and develop a logical sequence. Which action do you need to complete first before the next? So for example, that's a bit like getting out of bed in the morning. There's a logical sequence of actions you need to do to get ready for the day ahead. Firstly, get out of bed. Secondly, have a shower. Thirdly, get dressed. Those 3 actions have a logic to them. It's no good getting dressed before you have a shower. That would just be plain stupid. So think about the logical sequence and then think about how much time each of those actions is going to take you. Because by thinking about all your actions and adding up all the time those actions are going to take will help you understand the total duration of that overall project. Let's say it's the essay you're trying to get in by next Friday. So how long is that essay likely to take? You might not be able to say that off the top of your head, but when you think about all the little pieces of work, all the little tasks that go into that writing that essay, then it gives you a better understanding of the time it's going to take you. So think about the duration and then think about what's called the critical path through the project. So those little tasks that overall help you succeed in your overall project, but which are critical in their completion time, because if you miss the deadline for your little task, it's going to have a knock-on and ripple effect to the overall success of the project. So for example, if it normally takes you 5 minutes to have a shower in the morning, and then it takes you another 10 minutes to get dressed, that normally takes you 15 minutes. And those tasks are kind of critical for you to get out of the house in the morning and be on time for your studies. If, for example, one morning you find that your shower is going to take you 10 minutes, so double the original time, and you haven't factored that in, And perhaps you lose your socks or your shirt's not ironed and you need to do some ironing, so it takes you another 20 minutes to get dressed. You've added another half an hour onto that total project. So how is that half an hour going to impact the rest of your day? Perhaps it's going to mean you're going to be late for a really important appointment. So think about that. Think about which tasks are critical to the successful completion of the project. And there might be some other not so critical tasks, the deadlines for which can slip and slide as your life ebbs and flows. So in summary, an action plan is really a useful thing to do to achieve first-class university student performance. And to do that, you need to summarise your activities, their durations and the logical sequence that they need to be done in. You need to identify the critical tasks, the deadlines for which are really, really important for the overall success of the project. And the use of that action plan, when you put it all together, can really help you effectively schedule your tasks and effectively allocate resources. Of course, time is a resource that you're always probably going to be short of when you're doing your assessment work and your homework. But there might be other resources you need. Perhaps you need some textbooks or other specialist equipment that need special arrangements to be made. So I hope that you found this YouTube movie useful, and good luck with your studies. See you next time. Bye.